Turd Podcast, episode 246, Lamar, Babezilla versus the Cyber Skanks, the rise of MechaBabezilla.
All right, well, this movie is a sequel to Babezilla versus the Zombie Horde.
Horde with a W.
With a W, picking up right after Babezilla's adventures and everything like that. And she has a new enemy, and then she has to rise again to save the world.
Yeah, with her powers.
Well, we'll talk about those,
Yeah.
Yes, we will recap them.
Well, let's get into it, Lamar. What'd you think of the story?
Well, I guess because Babezilla did so well in the first one, she has a career change. She's like, I made all this money. Now I can be a porn star. Well, she's meeting some new fans, and this evil company sends in these new cyber skanks to rain on her parade. Well, she has to learn some new tricks to fight off this new evil.
When there's a sequel, Lamar, there has to be an evolution.
Yes.
Of the story and the evolution of the characters. I will say that they did do that.
Did they?
They added new villains.
Okay, well, we'll talk about
that. And other things. They gave her a new challenge to overcome, right?
They did. True.
You didn't care for that, or what's going on over there, Lamar?
Not as much. Well, they
Really?
did elevate the story. They gave her, a quest to go on and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I'll give you. They gave her that, but I don't know. I think my problem was it was paced a little slow, so I was like, it was a little slow to me.
They harped on things too long, right? And this movie was under an hour.
Yes.
They would definitely harp on some things for a kind of a while. What are you giving it for story?
I'm giving it half a point.
Half point? Well, I was going to give it the 1 point, honestly.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give it the 1. Well, our next category, Lamar, is what do we think of the characters?
Well, they kind of rehashed the characters from the first one.
Yeah, they brought the president back.
Well, they did bring back the president.
Yep.
They brought him
What's
back.
he call her? Babezilla?
It's Babezilla.
Okay, yeah. Well, her mama's in the movie. We learned some of her backstory.
We did, yes. Played by the legend Ginger Lynn.
Yep,
yes.
Ginger Lynn. And then she had to learn a very special martial art to overcome MechaBabezilla. She had to go learn Kung Fu.
Yeah.
From the great Kung Fu master, Master Beta.
Quest. People. That's her Yoda, basically. Yeah.
Like we said, the new villains. We had the Cyber Skanks and we had the MechaBabezilla. I would say this. I like all the ideas that were presented for the new characters, but they don't do that much.
The only one that does something is Master Beta.
Right.
That's the only one.
She does do something, Lamar. You're correct. She does something.
Yes.
What are you giving it for characters?
I'm giving it a half a point.
Half point. Well, I was going to give it a 1 point again, Lamar. I think they did add a lot. And I would like to see just the president. Like a movie with just him.
That would be cool. Like his own spinoff.
Yeah, I like that character. Our next category, Lamar, is what do we think of the special effects?
Now, I will say they went all out on this one. Boy, oh boy. We got some beam cannons. We got, of course, freaking Indiana Jones go to a new place and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was kind of funny.
I think they stepped it up. Like, we saw like two beams go against each other and explode. I was like, okay, they're going. They stepped it up on special.
That was funny.
That was funny. I like that. Yes.
This is weird because I usually don't like the special effects that have the cheap asset. For this movie, it's kind of funny. I'm still not sold on the blood. I'm gonna give it a half point for special effects. Yeah. What are you giving it?
I was giving it a point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well.
Wow, I'm shocked, Joe.
Well, our next category, Lamar, is TNA.
Trials and Ascension.
Sure. Well, that's what the
Yeah,
Babezilla, she did have those things.
yeah, and added to everybody else's things. And then, of
Yeah.
course, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I'm sorry. There was some D as well,
There
but
was some D.
that's for
There
it's a
was
everybody movie.
there was
Yeah,
some T, A, and D in this movie. Well, I guess listen, it's in the movie.
yeah.
I mean, as expected, Babezilla is gonna have her assets out. So 1 point.
Go ahead. 1 point. Yes.
All right. Our last category, Lamar. This movie was left, and it said Babezilla will return again in another movie. And the title of that movie, I think, is going to be The Turds from Uranus.
I get it.
So, do we want to see a sequel? How are we rating this?
You know what? I think they have a thing going here. I think they have something, special. Yeah, I'd see a sequel to it. I mean, we're gonna see some crazy crap. But it's one of those things where I think they have the premise down. I don't know if they can really mess it up at all.
What's the name of the company? It's Hobjob
Hobjob.
Productions or whatever.
Yes.
Or I think it's Hodgebob. It's
Hodgebob.
Hodgebob.
Yes, Hodgebob.
Hodgebob, they know what they're doing. Like, it's just a silly thing with a lot of nudity and goofy stuff. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And they do it, and everyone seems to have fun with it. So, yeah, I think they can do another one. 1 point for sequel?
1 point. Give it to them.
You're giving it to
Yeah.
them. Well, Lamar, we've tallied the score, and this movie gets a 4.25 out of 5.
They know what they're doing. They have their lovely Babezilla that saves the world and everything like that. And, a bunch of lasers that shoot out of very interesting places. They have crazy plots and all that kind of stuff. Who are we to stop them, Joe?
Is this not a movie that's just prime for time travel, Lamar? Like Babezilla has to go back in time. Like this, of all the movies, you would think that this would be like the perfect one, right? Even you can admit that.
I can admit that. I can admit that. I think that would be an interesting premise. Where would they go back in time to, though? What time period?
Actually, I think maybe they go back to like World War II, and like the Nazis were trying to create like lizard people or something. And like she has to go back and stop them and clear the name of all the lizard people, or something like that.
Hodgebob, if you use this, you got to give Joe some money. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that would be cool because no one likes Nazis, really.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
yeah,
Well, does that wrap it up then, Lamar?
it does.
Babezilla versus the Cyber Skanks, Rise of MechaBabezilla.
Yes.
Peace.
Deuces.